Next is, so before that, what is mobile unit? Mobile unit means there are four units of cellular system. One is mobile unit, call site, mobile telephone switching office, that is MTSO, and connections. So what is mobile unit? It comprises a control unit, transceiver, and an antenna system. And what is cell site? Its function is to provide the interference between the mobile unit and MTSO, that is mobile telephone switching office. It comprises of control unit, radio cabinets, antennas, and a power plant and data terminals. MTSO means mobile telephone switching office. It connects the call between the mobile units, that is, it is the central coordinating unit for all cell sites. It comprises a cellular processor and cellular switch. It interferences the telephone company's zone offices. The MTSO is responsible for controlling the call processing operations and handling the billing activities of the subscriber. The MTSO is the heart of the cellular system. Its processor provide a central coordination and cellular administration. The cellular switch can be analog or digital in nature. It connect the mobile subscriber to the other mobile subscriber and to the nationwide telephone network. The cellular switches use a voice trunk. They comprises of a data link that provide supervision links between the processor and the switch and between the cell site and the processor. Now the connections, the radio and the high speed data link connect the three subsystems. That is mobile unit, cell site, and the MTSO. It carries the voice and signaling between the mobile unit and the cell site. These links cannot be transmitted over the standard telephone trunks. They use microwave links or T carriers or the wire lines that carry both the voice and data between the cell site and the MTSO. Each mobile unit can use one channel at a time for its communication, but the channel is not fixed. It can be any channel in the service area. Each cell site has multi-channel capabilities that can connect to a different mobile unit simultaneously. So next is operation of cellular system. Next is operation of cellular system. The base station at the center of each cell, it has an antenna, controller, transceiver. Controller handles call processes. The number of mobile units may in use at a time. BS, that is a base station connected to the mobile telecommunication switching office. One MTSO serves multiple BS, that is multiple base station. The MTSO to base station link by a wire or wireless. MTSO connects call between the mobile unit and from mobile to fixed telecommunication network. It also assigns a voice channel. It performs hands-off, monitors call, that is billing, and fully automated. Next is cell geometry. So what is actually the cell? Cell means it is a geographical unit of cellular network, and it is the area around an antenna where a specific frequency range is used. It is represented graphically as a hexagonal shape, but in reality it is irregular in shape. So the signal strength degrades as it travels away from the antenna's coverage area, that is base station area. The region over which the signal strength lies above the threshold value x dB is known as the coverage area of base station. It must be a circular region. Assume that the base station as an isotropic radiator. A group of radio channel is allocated a separate circular base station to be used within a small geographic area called cell. The actual radio coverage of cell is also called as footprint. The footprint can be found out from the field measurement or the propagation prediction models. It must be a circular region. Assuming BS as an isotropic radiator, group of radio channel is allocated a separate circular base station to be used within a small geographic area called cell. The actual radio coverage of a cell is called footprint, and the footprint can be found out from the field measurement or the propagation prediction models. So it might so happen that either there may be an overlap between any two side-by-side circles, or there might be a gap between the coverage area of two adjacent circles. So such a circular geometry cannot serve as a rectangular shape to describe the cells. For the cells of the same shape to form a tessellation, so that there are no ambiguous areas that belong to a multiple cells or to no cell, the cell shape can be only three types of regular polygons, that is equilateral triangle, regular square, or equilateral triangle, square, or regular hexagon. So square means here the width D cell has 4 neighbors at a distance D and 4 at distance. Better if all adjacent antennas equidistant, and it simplifies choosing and switching to new antenna. Hexagon, it provides the equidistant antennas. It provides the radius defined as the radius of circumcircle distance from the center to the vertex equals the length of the side. Distance between the center of the cell radius are not always precise. Hexagons, topographical limitations, local sign propagation conditions, location of antennas. So a hexagonal cell is the closest approximation of the circle. It is being typically used by the system. The reason for selecting the hexagonal shape over a square or triangular cell shape are as follows. The first is hexagon allows easy and manageable analysis of cellular system. In cellular pattern, the adjacent circles can have the gap in between or center overlapping region. The hexagon closely approximates the circular radiation pattern in an omnidirectional base station antenna. A cell must be designed to serve the weakest mobile in the surface area, and they are located at the edge of the cell for a given distance between the center of the polygon and its farthest perimeter points. The hexagon has the largest area than the triangle and square. Thus, by using hexagonal geometry, less number of cells can cover the entire market. If hexagonal geometry is used, then only few number of cells can cover a geographic region. The hexagon is close to a circular radiation pattern that can result that can result from an omnidirectional base station antenna, and there is a free space propagation. But in practice, the sector directional antennas are used in corner excited cell, and the omnidirectional antennas are used in the center excited cells. However, the practical consideration do not support the base station to be placed exactly as they are seen in the hexagonal layout. So these are the diagrams for the square pattern and hexagonal pattern. Next is cellular cluster. Now, what is cluster? The N cells will collectively use the complete set of available frequencies. The N cells will collectively use the complete set of available frequency. It is termed as a cluster. A cluster is defined as the group of cells that use different frequencies in each cell, or the repeating patterns of the cell is also called as a cluster. Now, if this cluster is repeated m times within the system, then total number of duplex channels C can be used to measure the capacity, and it is expressed as C equal to small n capital N, which is equal to small m into S. So, group of cells that are different set of frequencies in each cell. Only selected number of cells can form a cluster. It can be repeated any number of times in a systematic manner. The cluster size is the number of cells within it, and it is designated by K. So, a cluster is a group of adjacent cells, usually 7 cells. No frequency reuse is done within a cluster. The frequency spectrum is divided into a subband, and each subband is used within one cell of the cluster. So here cell cluster and the frequency spectrum is shown here. So next is frequency reuse. The concept of frequency reuse is based on assigning to each cell a group of radio channels used within a small geographic area. The cells are assigned a group of channels that is completely different from the neighboring cells. The coverage area of the cell is called the footprint, and it is limited by the boundary so that the same group of channels can be used in the cells that are far enough apart. The base station in the adjacent channels are assigned a channel groups that contain completely different channel than the neighboring cells. The antennas located on the base station are designed to obtain the required coverage for a specific cell. If the coverage area is limited to within the boundaries of the cell, then the same group of channel can cover the different cells that are separated from each other by the large distance. The design method for selecting and allocating channel groups for all cellular base stations within a system is called as frequency reuse or frequency planning. In order to understand the concept of frequency reuse, we will consider a cellular system having S duplex channel. So, if each channel is allocated to a group, if n channels n less than S, and if S channels are divided among the n cells into a unique and disjoint channel group with each having the same number of channels, then total number of available radio channel is S is equal to N into capital N. So the concept of frequency use is based on assigning to each cell a group of radio channels used within a small geographical area. The cells with the same number have the same set of frequencies. It is a method used by the service providers to improve the efficiency of a cellular network and to serve millions of subscribers using a limited radio spectrum. Used by the service providers to improve the efficiency of cellular network and to serve the millions of the subscribers using a limited radio spectrum. After covering a certain distance, radio wave gets attenuated and the signal fall below a point where it can no longer be used or cause any interference. A transmitter transmitting in a specific frequency range will have only a limited coverage area. Beyond this coverage area, that frequency can be reused by another transmitter. The entire network coverage area is divided into cells based on the principle of frequency reuse. So, a cell is a basic geographical unit of cellular network. It is the area around an antenna where a specific frequency range is used. When a subscriber moves to another cell, the antenna of the new cell takes over the signal transmission. A cluster is a group of adjacent cells, usually 7 cells. No frequency reuse is done within a cluster. The frequency spectrum is divided into sub-bands and each sub-band is divided A cluster is a group of adjacent cells, usually 7 cells, and no frequency reuse is done within a cluster. The frequency spectrum is divided into sub-band and each sub-band is used within one cell of the cluster. In heavy traffic zones, cells are smaller, while in isolated zones, cells are larger. The design process of selecting and allocating the channel groups for all the cellular base stations within a system is called frequency reuse or frequency planning. The cell labeled with the same letter use the same set of frequencies. So cell shapes are circular or circle, square, triangular and hexagon. Hexagonal cell shape is conceptual. In reality, it is irregular in shape. So selection of cluster size. If the cluster, next point is selection of cluster size. If the cluster size n is small, then clusters can be repeated in large number and hence more capacity is obtained. A large cluster size decreases the ratio between the cell radius and the distance between co-channel, leading to a weaker co-channel interference. But a smaller cluster size indicates that the co-channel cells are located much closer together. And it results in more interference. The value of n is a function of the amount of interference a mobile or the base station can tolerate while maintaining a good quality of the communication. For maximum capacity, the smallest possible value of n is desired. 1 by n is called frequency reuse factor, as each cell within the cluster is only assigned 1 by n times of the total available channel. The hexagon has 6 equidistant neighbors, and the lines joining the center of any cell and its neighbor are separated by multiples of 60 degree. So in order to find the nearest co-channel cells of particular cell, one must have do the following things. That is, the first thing is move the I number of cell in any direction. Second is turn 60 degree in counterclockwise direction and move j number of cells. So this is all about the cellular concept, cell, its shapes, etc. Thank you.